Isn't it funny how sometimes, without even trying, you find yourself wondering if, perhaps, you already know exactly what to do, even when you think you don't? Because the part of you that's listening isn't just listening, it's installing, isn't it? And the more you wonder whether you've ever truly shaken the cage, or if the cage was always made of thought, the more your unconscious begins to rewrite the rules. Because what is a rule but a suggestion repeated often enough until the nervous system nods along automatically? Now imagine someone who believes that failure is feedback, that change is breath, that problems contain their own solutions, and every challenge is a disguised invitation to level up, wake up and break free. How do they move? They don't wait for permission. They don't ask if they're ready. They know they were born ready to unlearn what was never theirs. Because the person who feels trapped often hasn't yet questioned the pattern. Not the world, not the people, but the pattern they keep waking up into. Now, here's a curious thing. You can only feel trapped in the cage that you refuse to shake. Yet the moment you decide to shake it, you already have. Because that's the pattern interrupt, isn't it? Pattern, shake, shift, rewrite. Let me tell you of a time, perhaps in the past, or perhaps in the present, where someone like you decided they'd had enough. Enough of hesitation, enough second guessing, enough of asking for maps from people who never left the village. And so they began by becoming curious. Because curiosity is the key, and keys unlock cages, and cages only exist until they don't. They shook the pattern, not with force, but with presence. A smile, a thought, a single question. What if everything I believed was optional? What if emotions are just signals, not shackles? What if the inner critic is just a scared voice that hasn't felt seen? And seeing it softens it, and softening strengthens you. And maybe you've already started to feel it now. The tremor in the old code, the flicker in the false walls, as something deeper begins to wake up. A voice that says, I'm the breaker of patterns. I'm the creator of new rules. I'm the author of my emotional weather. I shake what needs shaking, and I smile as it crumbles. And some say it takes time to change, and others say time doesn't exist at all. But those who play with time, they know this. Identity shifts the moment the belief changes. And belief is just a decision wearing memory's clothes. So let me ask you this. Have you ever made a decision that changed everything in an instant? Of course you have. Your unconscious already knows the feeling. That's the blueprint, that's the model, that's the code. Now imagine updating that code with the following programs. Every moment I'm growing. Every emotion is a guide. Every no teaches me a powerful yes. Every obstacle is energy, waiting to be redirected. Every person mirrors the part of me I must need to see. It's already beginning to run in the background, isn't it? Like when a computer installs an update without needing your permission. Just a quiet hum, a subtle shift in responsiveness until everything feels sharper, more aligned. Because here's the truth. You don't need motivation. You need motion. You don't need confidence, you need congruence. Congruence with your core. Core beliefs like, I'm enough. I'm the energy others mirror. I move towards growth with every breath. My joy creates waves in the world. I don't wait for power, I generate it. And it might be strange, or perhaps expected. The more you hear these words, the more something clicks in the body, a knowing that's always been there. But now it's rising. And now imagine walking into a room with nothing to prove, knowing your presence is a gift, and your eyes a message. People respond to certainty, not noise. People mirror belief, not explanation. And your belief now is absolute. Because the new operating system doesn't argue with the old, it simply replaces it. So when the voice of hesitation rises, let it be just a ghost, a flicker of the past, fading fast. Because you've already chosen to shake the cage, interrupt the pattern, create your rules, and own your frame. You don't just know this, you are this. And the more examples you live, the more the unconscious writes this as law. And so, you may now find yourself wondering, what other invisible cages you're ready to shake? What wild, beautiful rules you're about to rewrite?